Um, Obviously, I agree with what you're saying. I think theologically we're in a pretty close alignment. Economically, philosophically, we're coming from very much the same place. So I'm agreeing with you, but I'm also imagining as you're sharing this story, wait a minute, this is a truly for-profit uh, company that is charging people for a quote basic necessity of life instead of giving it to them. It wasn't driven by health needs; it was driven by something different. I mean, all of this, which makes sense to me, and I hope to our listeners, I have no doubt, Matt, you get a lot of people that disagree with you, that challenge you, that throw their hands up like, "Oh my stars, this is just pure greed and selfishness. You sound like Gordon Gekko from Wall Street. I mean, what is wrong with you? How can you reconcile all of this with being a disciple of Jesus?" I'd love to have your answer to that, and then I'm going to give you the last word, and we'll sign off for today.
My preference would be called Redneck Seneca, if you want to do that instead, but instead of Gordon Gecko.
Can I use that as the
Sure,
title for
sure,
this episode?
with pleasure. Uh, it's like good intentions aren't enough. Like there literally is only 25% of the resources needed to address the current capital infrastructure needs for water from governments and charities combined. So you can you can use whatever altruistic concepts you want to use to, and create conversations about human rights or about equity and about inclusion and all that. At the end of the day, we're spending a lot of money on conferences to talk about those issues and not driving any solution that's changing the status quo for the poor, materially poor of the world. So I would just, it's the evidence. What I respond back with is show me some other better way than what we're
Hmm.
doing, and I will gladly do it. I don't mind being wrong. I mind staying wrong. And so show me a better way. Show me a way that's providing this level, this quality of water to this demographic. 75% of our customers in Northern Ghana earn less than 85 cents a day. That's not because we're exploiting them. It's because we're transforming their lives with this product of clean water. They have other water sources they could choose from. They choose ours because it gains a third of their day back. And that 85 cents quickly surpasses $1 in income. And once you get a little extra currency in your life, you can begin to make investments, make smarter decisions, actually hire out labor, and you can, see people's economy go up. So I usually just tell people, like, I understand everyone has good intentions that's in this, but can they find a better way? Can they show that to me? If they do, I'll do it.
Well, one of the authors that you and I both read a great deal of is Thomas Sowell, and his statement that most of the work we're doing in the world, certainly humanitarian work, the problem with it is that all they do is measure intention. We mean well, and they don't measure outcome. What actually happened? What good actually came out of it? And I think just that process alone would transform everything. If we started just looking at the outcome, as you say, show me a better way, show me something that gives a better outcome,
Yeah.
and I'll gladly look at it. But if you just keep telling me you mean well, um, that doesn't
Uh,
work.
Water is a human right. Okay, well, it's a right in the ground. There's a cost to convey it. Like, what are we going to do about the cost to convey it and treat it? And
Yeah,
so it's like, yeah, okay, it's a right, great. We're going to charge not for water, we're charging for the conveyance of water because somebody has to pay for it. you
yeah.
know. And so it's just, it's just I think I try to give people credit for, the intentions are good, but the way that we've been taught in academia and in international development is a way that is built to self-perpetuate the institutions and systems that continue to redistribute money, rather than to try to actually solve the problems or have a vision for people solving their own problems, through their own decisions
Yeah.
and minds.
Okay. So you get the last word, at least the last word for this episode. You will be back. For the
All right.
listener, believe me, Matt will be back if I can prevail upon him to give us more of his time.
Okay, I'll give you a Seneca quote. So Seneca says, "He who bears the burden is stronger than the burden." So it's this vision of the poor that are going through daily lives of struggle actually have the capacity within themselves to struggle and to push forward for their own solutions. So the best type of charity, I say, is a charity that equips a person to never need it again. And so if we're going to be generous and compassionate and serve the poor, remember that they're strong people who've been bearing burdens their whole lives at a magnitude beyond our own, and then have a vision for the way that you help them to not require your help anymore.
Which is an amazing transformation again of how we view people. We view them as weak and needy and helpless, and therefore, I don't. This is not about race. It's about who's stronger, who thinks they're stronger, helping the weaker. And this is not what we're talking about at all. It's recognizing their inherent strength and unleashing that to address their own problems, and not only that, but to prosper, to flourish, to take it to a positive place further than we could have imagined.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the people who have looked me in the eyes and seen more than I could see of myself that changed my lives. So do that in the way that we serve others.
Beautiful. Matt, thanks for joining us. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Matt Hangen from Water 4, water, the word water, and the number 4. Check out his website, water4.org. Lots to read there, lots to see there, and start becoming connected with what they're doing. Not just in Africa through Water 4, but think about some other lessons you could learn from this and multiply this effect, not only through the Bible studies, the discovery studies you guys are doing, but around the world as well. So, Matt, thanks again so much for being with us.
Thanks, Mike.